All right. We continue our learning on recognizing our first learning pattern, which is the bottom reversal pattern. And this is a pattern that really important at some area where you are able to recognize where is the bottom reversal patterns. We can see there is signs of weakness of seller in the market, and you are eyeing for an entry so that you can get the lowest entry, lowest price as possible. All right. And our objective in this bottom reversal pattern is to search for reversal potential price points that are in the process of making a great bearish to bullish market. All right. And our rule to this bottom reversal pattern, the equity must be in a major downward progress where current trend is actually downtrend, a major downtrend, and we are looking forward any signs of weakness, seller weakness in the market that enable us to get entry to the position when we see opportunity to get into. All right. And this pattern shows a potential reversal. All right, potential reversal. All right. For bottom reversal patterns, it's actually we are looking again a stock that is going downward. All right. Strong trend for downtrend, and we are looking for potential reversal. Right, we are looking for potential reversal. So how are we able to recognize this potential reversal is that if you can see in terms of trend and power, all right, this pattern it has longer trend, it has a longer price trend, and it has power to go down. But after quite some time, right, stock when it's going down, it has to go up. All right, it has to reverse up because that is the behavior of a stock market. It's not going downward for all the time. Vice versa, when market goes up all the time, there will be downward, there will be correction, there will be reversal. Same goes to the for the stock that going major downward is not gonna goes downward all the time forever. It will try to reverse and make a reversal. So our objective is to find this reversal sign so that we can get into the trade, okay, into the stock. Now for the bottom reversal pattern, we can see that actually first must be the trend of the stock must be in a major downward, but after quite some time, the power loss, right? The power loss. You can see that Fibonacci retracement downward. Fibonacci retracement for this downward movement is really small, right? Really small. This indicate a major downward movement, but after quite some time, we can see that the retracement for downward movement is less. All right, is not less, is more. That it's, for example, like for this, we can see that the line getting back to the origin, right? Getting back to the origin, right? So it can be like this, right? You can see that in terms of power, it has no power down, and the line downward are getting smaller. So you can see that there is no power downward, and there is shorter trend downward that indicate weak trend for downtrend. Okay, now subsequent line we can see that it start to make power. Alright, it start to make power. And then after this a small retracement, it goes up, and this tell us that it makes power. Alright, it makes power. So how do we recognize this pattern? Alright, our point of interest is at this part, right? Before it commences upwards, we are interested in determining the potential reversal pattern. Alright, so this is the illustration that I just did just now, right? So our interest is at this area where we see any sign of weak trend for downtrend, and there is power and trending up. Alright, so now bottom reversal pattern must be at the lowest bottom. Okay, you have to remember that it must be at the lowest bottom, and no other pattern should be lower than pattern. Alright, this pattern, and above support, right? The first bottom reversal patterns, we can see that this, right? You can see that when it's going downward, the buyer coming in, and there is seller coming in. Alright, but the seller does not aggressive enough, and it does not end at lower than its the demand line beginning point. Alright, it end up at the higher point. Alright, so if we notice them, if we notice this pattern, is actually it makes power up. Alright, it's easy, it makes power up. And we have to know that the time A taken to achieve this upward movement is less than the time taken that the seller need to go down. Alright, it's more, but time B needs more, seller needs more to end up its movement, but yet it does not goes beyond of this support. Alright, it shows a potential reversal. Alright, again, this is above support, and time A is less than time B. So what can we notice about this is that when time A is less, that's mean that the buyer become more aggressive, because at that point we can see that it takes less time for the buyer to get into the peak of the price. Yeah, peak of the price, and it takes time for the seller to go to end up its supply line. Alright, and this resulted that line A, right, line A, these lines are steeper than line B. Right, these are steeper than line B. Alright, they are steeper than line B. So we can say that the buyer is aggressive, but the seller become less aggressive. Alright, it's become less aggressive, and hence subsequently after it retracement, it has a potential to go up. Right, you have to realize that it is the bottom part of pattern, the most bottom part of pattern. There is no pattern that is lower than bottom reversal pattern. So The second type of bottom reversal pattern is that the seller finish at the support level. All right, at the support level. All right. So why this a potential reversal upward? All right. Can you think about it? All right. It is because of course, it is does not make any power downward. All right. It does not make any power downward. Hence, last movement could be like this, but this part, it makes the seller become less aggressive, and again the buyer become more aggressive. And the most important part is that the seller take a long time to go to this to end its retracement. All right, and hence after finish up at the support, the price goes up. All right, and at the basis that why did it has the potential to reverse up is because now we learned about power. This is power, this is half power, and this line does not have power. Right? What do you mean by does not have power? It does not have power to go downwards, to go down, but it has power to go up. Right? It's shown a potential reversal point. Right? And the third type of bottom reversal pattern, all right, and the third type of bottom reversal pattern is the overthrow. All right, it goes beyond support level, but again you can see the seller become less aggressive, and it really takes a very long time for the line to end its retracement. All right, compared to the buyer here. All right. And as a result, it has the potential to goes up. Right? It has potential to goes up. Okay, when market move down, all right, when the market move down, it's actually they move sideways and then they move uptrend. All right, and there is a possibility that on the way it's on its downtrend movement, and it reach its bottom and it start to reverse. All right, and before it start to reverse, it shows a very weak trend for downtrend. All right, and pattern bottom reversal join together and appear. All right, there's a huge potential indication that the bottom has been reached and it start to reverse upward. All right, and again there's no pattern lower than any bottom reversal pattern. All right, now this is seller behavior on the three types of bottom reversal pattern. Number one is exponential. We can see the candlestick makes this kind of movement. All right, parabolic movement. Now, all right, this is the best indication. All right, it's portray the best sign of seller become less aggressive in the market and potential reversal. Right, doesn't care it's appear in both three types of bottom reversal pattern. Right, both three reversal pattern. But if it's appear to be exponential or parabolic, all right, it has high chance that the seller become really less aggressive. All right, and this has been proven a lot in the pattern. All right, you can see the second type is the seller. And this portray the second best sign of seller become less aggressive. All right, this is second best. You have to remember that The best sign is parabolic pattern. All right, parabolic pattern, and this is the least best. All right, least favor of sign of potential reversal. All right, we don't want, we are less favor on these patterns because this is a strong pattern for downward, but hence it actually has the potential to reverse upward. All right, and why do we need to know this reversal patterns? And this reversal pattern is quite useful when it comes to cup and handle pattern. All right, any cup base, all right, of cup on handle pattern base. All right, and what we want to do is actually you want to determine the most bottom cup and handle pattern. All right, and as you can see that most people in a conventional way, we are using this method to identify to buy. Is actually buy point is here according to a lot of legendary investor. When he making a handle, then maybe there is time for us to buy. All right, well, this is true, but when you learn about this bottom reversal patterns, when you start to make a parabolic movement here and it shows weak trend for downtrend, less power, and that is bottom reversal pattern, then you can make an entry here. All right, this is your buy point. All right, now compared to the conventional advice that we need to buy at the handle, I'm afraid that, all right, we will buy at a higher price here and it make a fake breakout, then we are trapped into the market. But when we are able to buy at the bottom, then we can gain more profits, way more profits. All right, way more profits. With bottom reversal pattern recognition ability, we can buy at this price. All right.